It took me a full year to quit my job and run my handmade business full time. And I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I did it. But here's the thing, I didn't go viral, I didn't have a budget, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. No marketing background, nothing. I didn't have a clue. It started with me just wanting to be creative in my own home and making things that were pretty in my own home that were just really unique. And then it grew into something more, where I wanted to be at home more, where I wanted to be present for my son that I was growing in my belly at the time. And I just wanted to have a life that was more free and that I could live on my own terms. If this sounds like you, maybe you're stuck in a job that's not fulfilling your needs. It's not giving you the freedom, the flexibility that you need to run your life so that you have a really nice work-life balance, and it's not giving you creative freedom in your life where you're able to make income from what it is that you actually love. Maybe you've started a handmade business but it's not quite going the way that you want to at the moment. Well, this video is for you. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to grow my handmade business to where it is today, where I run it full time, and I have done for the last 7 years. If you're tired of juggling your handmade business with your full-time job, and the real dream is to quit that job and to do this full-time so you have the freedom to pick your kids up from school, go for a walk halfway through the day just for your mental health, which really, really helps, to live your life on your terms and be your own boss and not have to answer to people that can really honestly affect your mind so much. When I worked in my retail job, the stress of working with some of the people that I worked with was just so hard on myself, and it really wasn't working for me at the time, and it brought so much negativity into my life. And actually making the decision to really go all in with this and try and make it a full-time job was the best decision I ever made for myself, for my family, and for my mind. But it can feel overwhelming in the beginning. Maybe you're not sure on where you should start first, like where should I post, how should I post? What is it that you should be doing in the early days to make this a full-time income? Maybe you're trying to post on Instagram but it's not quite working. Maybe you're posting on Facebook but it's not quite hitting and you're not quite finding your customer. Maybe you're wondering if you're not cut out for this, even though you know your work is really good and creative and people do love it. It's just that you're not finding your customer. Or maybe you're really good at crafting but feel like you've not actually found what it is that you want to make yet. In the beginning it can feel so frustrating. You have no idea what way to turn, what to do next. How are you going to be able to get to that full-time income that you really desire and want for your family and for yourself? Well, I hope this video today helps you, because I'm going to tell you exactly what I did in the early days and how I got to where I am today. So I would love it if you guys could subscribe, because I'm going to be bringing way more videos just like this in the future. It really helps me find the people that need this advice and help, so please subscribe and let's get into it. If you're new here, hi, I'm Becky, and when I finally figured out how to make this full time, it absolutely transformed my life, and it absolutely changed everything. The way that I thought about myself, my confidence, my freedom, just my whole life. It has taught me that I am actually good at what I do, and I no longer suffer with them confidence issues that I did in the beginning. Like, being creative is amazing, and it can sometimes be seen as not as important as being intellectual or something like that. Having a job that's in a corporate or whatever you would call it. Being creative, for us, that is our intelligence. That's what we're good at. And when you finally make that work for you in a workplace, it honestly feels amazing. That's why I built the Artisans Alchemy, my online program, where I teach others just like you how to grow their handmade business. They truly make things with their hands, like crafts and beautiful handmade pieces of art which can be hard to find the right audience and get the right people to see your absolutely gorgeous handcrafted items. And that's exactly what I teach in the Artisans Alchemy, how to get those eyes on your products and to get sales. Now, last night we had a live call. We have them every single week where we talk about anything handmade, like what we're struggling with that week, what we have realised in our business, like our wins, what it is that we are working on. Like last night, we had somebody who had their first sale on their shop that they only just started this year and have made so many amazing different changes to their shop that they finally got their first sale on the website. This person has sold in person in a shop for years, but they really could not kind of break the online community. And with the Artisans Alchemy, she's managed to find her first sale, and I'm sure she's going to have many, many more. So here are a few things that people had to say about the online platform. I'll leave the recording here so you can see exactly what it is that people think and feel about the Artisans Alchemy.
And you know what I've already said, like with what you created as well. I just think it's so unique, like for like handmade businesses or like small businesses, like
Yeah,
where we might be struggling in certain areas. But I just think like the way you've done it and the way you structured it is just really, really, it's been really, really lovely to see and
thank
very
you.
refreshing. And you're not somebody who gatekeeps, you kind of share and you kind of, and what I love about what you do is that you give us like things to work on so we can just like implement it ourselves and
Yeah,
work on it. And I just love all of that. I just think that's great.
yeah.
So yeah,
Well, thank you.
it's lovely what you created, and it's just a really lovely community as well of like-minded people who just support each other. And I think it's just a wonderful space.
So when I first started Veneer Creations, it wasn't even called Veneer Creations. It was just me in my living room, just being creative. I looked online at things that I really kind of loved. I went on Pinterest, I went on YouTube, and I just looked at, first it was macrame wall hangings because I really love the kind of boho aesthetic. And I wanted to create something for my own home. So I just got creative and made myself a wall hanging, and I realised I really loved it. I just put my music on and played a video that showed me how to make a macrame wall hanging, and then just started crafting and quite fast became obsessed with making handmade products. Now, as I was doing this, I decided I was going to be proud of these items that I was making and I was going to post about them. So I did. I posted them on my personal Facebook and on my personal Instagram, and people loved it. People loved to see that I was being creative and wanted to support me. Now, as I really started to find my style, I started doing dream catchers and wall hangings, and people even more so was saying like they loved them. So I decided to start an Etsy shop because why not? Why not go for it? It's probably the cheapest platform out there to start with, so I thought that's where I would start. And I'm so glad that I did, because eventually I had my first sale, and wow, what a feeling to get that first ever sale and to know that somebody out there just loved my item so much that they would spend their hard-earned money on it. There has been no other feeling that has beat that for me. My face went bright red. I remember jumping on my husband and being like, I can't believe somebody bought something from me. And that was kind of the first spark, like, oh, I can actually do this. And it just made me feel amazing. So as my business grew, I looked online again to find more inspiration. I wanted to find things that not only I loved, but that other people loved as well, and that were more unique and different from what people had seen before. So I started kind of putting more flowers on my macrame, some artificial flowers onto my macrame. I started using crystals, things like that. And I really listened to what my customers would say. So customers would say things like, I really like the crystals in your macrame, or oh, I'd love to see blue flowers, or I'd love to see pink flowers. And I would listen to my customers and make those items in my shop, which again made me grow even faster. That's when I decided to start a page for my work. I actually, with my Instagram, to this day, my Instagram page was my personal page. I never actually started a business page. I just turned that one into a business page because it was doing so well. But then I started like a business Facebook page and just did not stop talking about my business. I love my business like so much. I love what it is that I do, and I wasn't afraid to kind of talk about that online. I know that it can feel intimidating because people are so judgmental online sometimes, but there are more good people out there than these few people that decide to be negative. Please push past the imposter syndrome and the perfectionism and post online as much as you can about your business. Like, post about what it is that you love. Like, don't just say, here is a macrame wall hanging. Post about, why did you make that wall hanging? What made that wall hanging? Why have you started being creative again? Why are you deciding to start a handmade business? Like really talk to your audience like I'm talking to you right now, because that's going to really make people trust and want to purchase from you as a handmade business. So then I really started to listen to my customers and take custom orders, and taking custom orders, especially in the beginning, was so good for me because I was bringing my creative brain to somebody else's creative brain and making something amazing. And that's when I started making that big, huge macrame moon catchers. So I actually was making a hoop, like a big hoop, which was inspired by Earth to Jazz, because she makes absolutely gorgeous wall hangings. And I wanted to make something like that, but with macrame. So she inspired me to make them bigger, but I wanted to bring it to my kind of niche, which was macrame. So I started macrameing then, but one day I accidentally kind of cut and it made the hoop into a moon shape. And that's when I started making macrame moons, and people started reaching out to me saying, could you make them in this colour, in that colour? And then I made a very huge moon for a company. It was like a company that did like nursery furniture, and they used that in one of their exhibitions, and that was one of my best sellers for years. So sometimes working with a customer and your own vision together can get you your best sellers. And I must admit, whenever I've made custom orders and then I've kind of put them online to resell them again and again, they've always become my best sellers online. And I'm so glad that I did custom orders now, because it really helped me grow even further, because two minds are better than one. So as I was growing my handmade business, I wanted to do like floral hangings and more wedding decor, because I knew the wedding industry was a good industry to kind of go into for decor. So I got in contact with like wedding dress businesses around here and just asked if I could go in and maybe dress their window for them for free, because I just wanted to learn as much as I possibly could about the industry and anything that I could. And then I found like an online group that was about wedding photo shoots, and I decided to I'm going to do it. I'm going to run my own photo shoot. And I got in touch with wedding dress owners, photographers, cake makers, and we came together and we did a photo shoot. I had no idea what I was doing, but this is what I mean. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. You can do anything. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did this. I'm just gonna do it. Now thinking back, like I'm just so proud that I did that. And you can do things like this too, not necessarily that, but find these places online where people want to make free content together, because that really worked. And we got into a magazine, all my macrame got into a magazine, and I met some amazing people and had the most fantastic day, and probably made quite a lot of sales from that too, because I did sell a lot of my macrame backdrops. I'll show them here. I used to make thousands of pounds from these macrame backdrops for weddings, and did really, really well with that. So things like this can really help your business, because I think we got into quite a few magazines with that. And for a while I did do quite a few photo shoots like this, and I know that it really did help my business grow. And as my business grew, I made sure that I did celebrate every single win that I had. When I was approached by Creative Fabrica to make tutorials for them, I was like, wow, I'm being paid to make somebody else tutorials. And when I was approached to do a macrame book, I was just like, I cannot believe somebody who is so dyslexic is going to write a book. And I did, and I made sure I celebrated all these wins, like even the small wins, like when I had like a big order, or well, it's not even a small win to me really, or I sold out like a new collection. If I decided to do a collection, like I celebrated everything, and I made sure that I realised how far that I'd come and thought back on, wow, like once upon a time, I didn't even think that I could do this full time. I never thought I could have the income that I have from doing what I love, especially like this. And I made sure that I celebrated every single one of them wins. Now I also made sure that I really listened to my customer, even if it was like negative feedback. Obviously some people don't always give you feedback in the nicest way, but even those people I listened to, I made sure that I didn't listen to them in a sense where I took the negativity on, but if somebody kind of said, your website would work better like this, or this is confusing me, I never took it on and made me feel bad. I just thought maybe I could do that, and little tweaks over time improved my business. And people used to always ask, how could I make this myself? Where could I get the materials? And that's when I started doing DIY kits, from listening to my customer. The reason why I started doing more crystals, because I love them and I listened to my customer. So listen to your customers, see what it is that they want. Over time, it's going to really help your business because they're the people that count. They're your boss at the end of the day. They're the people that are going to grow your business. They're your true community that really love it, what it is that you do. And even today, even where I am right now, I never think, oh, I've made it and this is it, this is what my business is going to be now. No, I keep learning. I keep thinking of new ideas, interesting things that I can do. And that is exactly how I got to where I am today. I just created, researched, reached out to other people and just tried everything really. But I never stopped talking about what it was that I was doing and just never stopped learning from other people and from my customers to grow my handmade business. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you want to grow your handmade business? Maybe you are working full-time and you would love to do this full-time instead and really start a business where you can show your creativity and have the freedom you've always dreamed of in your business and what it is you do for work. YouTube doesn't tell me who it is who's watching, and I love to hear who is out there, who is watching these videos. If you are wanting to do this full-time, maybe you have a full-time job, please comment down below and let me know what it is you want to create, what business it is that you already have and want to do full-time. So comment below and let me know what it is that you want to do or what it is you already do and what is your dream. I love to have conversations with you guys in the comments. So please make sure you do comment below. Now, I definitely do know that this can feel like a very far out dream. Maybe you think, oh, it's completely impossible for me to do this. But trust me, in the beginning, I had very low confidence. Like even in work, I always would put myself down. Even though I'd done quite well in my job, I'd always kind of put myself down and make out that I wasn't as good as the other managers that I was working with, when I know now, because of starting this, that I am actually a really good hard worker and I am actually very clever at what it is that I do. But I'd always put myself down and I knew there was something inside of me that was waiting to come out, and this is what it was. This is what I was waiting for. And it really has made me just, I can't tell you how much this will grow your confidence and help your mental health and just everything, like the stress levels, everything is just, I don't think I would have lasted any longer in the job that I had that I was in for 10 years because of the way that it was kind of affecting my confidence and just my happiness as a whole in life. But if I can do this, somebody who had very low confidence just like from my childhood and from being dyslexic and things like that, it had affected me so badly through my life and made me just not have the confidence to do something like this and not the beliefs that I could be creative in my job and make an income from it. I just didn't have it. So if I can do this, you can absolutely do it too. Please stop telling yourself that it's not possible, because I've done it, me. Like, I know you're probably thinking, yeah, you, but because I'm here now, but if you'd have seen me in the beginning, you would never have believed that this is something that I could have done with the confidence that I had. So stop doubting yourself, because you can do this. So is this you? Is this something that is this your dream? Is this something that you're suffering with at the moment? Because I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your dreams and goals are for your handmade business, what it is that you want to bring to life. I would love to talk to you. If you want to book a call with me down below, the link is down there. It's a no pressure chat where we just talk about your dreams and goals, and if I can help you with that. We have an amazing online community on the Artisans Alchemy where we have weekly live chats where we speak one-on-one like this, or you can ask questions on the Facebook group. And we have a step-by-step process where we have a platform where you can go through all the steps that it takes to grow your handmade business. Now, this is just not like a 6-week program, a 7-month program. This is lifetime access to calls where you can talk to me one-on-one on the calls, lifetime access to the Facebook group. It takes a lifetime to grow a business, and you really do need that support. Even when you are handmade business and you are there, you do need that support, and this community can really help you with any questions that you have, and we'll help each other. I'll obviously help you, and the community really do help each other too. It's a group of amazing creative women who not only I help, but they actually help each other because they're just so amazing and creative, like I said. So please book a call below if that sounds like you, because I love to chat with other handmade business owners. So if you found this video helpful, please subscribe, because there's way more videos like this coming to help you and other people grow their handmade business. And if you want to dive a little deeper and watch some more helpful videos, there are some here packed full of tips to help you grow your handmade business. All right, well, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.